Molmo, a new underrated open source model that it went under radar because the Llama 3.2 release. I went out and tested and I found out for its size, it's performing great. We have here multiple different models in the Molmo family. I start with the small one, which is a very unique one, is Molmo E, 1 billion parameter. It's a mixture of expert model with 1 billion active and 7 billion in total. We have the 7BO, which most open 7B model. Then we have the D version of it, which is the demo model. And finally, the 7.2B, which is the best model. What makes this model actually stand out is it's the approach of the people that created it. The first thing that they say is it's open weight model. It means that it's a code training data. It's up publicly available. This is fantastic. And also Molmo 72B lies in the data collection strategy. Instead of using synthetic data, it uses real human annotated image description. Okay, synthetic data is data created by AI or annotated by AI's models. And here talking about the architecture of this model, they're using something called a VET L14 and it's a clip model. And this is released actually by OpenAI as an open source. You can find it over here in the repo of OpenAI's clip. And it's talking about the performance of the benchmark. I'm going to show you the benchmark in a few seconds. And here it say why Molmo 72B matters. By making the model weights and data publicly available, it allows researcher and developer and companies to build its upon success without relying on its closed proprietary system. Basically, by giving people the ability to train this model on their data, it will make it even better. And for future plans, they're planning to release more over here data sets and continue refining this model. Let's take a look to benchmark before testing it. We have here the 11 academic benchmarks. It's comparing the four models that we have 72B, 7BD, and the O and the 1 billion parameter model, which mixture of expert. And as you can see here, the 72B is beating GPT-4o and Vision in the academic benchmark, and Sonnet, and the Flash, and the Pro Gemini. But the human preference ELO rating, it seems it's behind the GPT-4o still, but with a few numbers. And the 7BD model, which for demo is better than the GPT-4 Vision model. And here they're showing now how open they are compared to another closed model, like the open weights are open for the 72B, data and code open, weights are open data and the code is closed, weights is open for the vision encoder, and for the vision encoder, the open data and the code is also closed. And as you can see here, they're basically saying that all this kind of big vision model like Claudia, Gemini, GPT, all of them are closed. To use and access this model just for testing, I'm gonna use Molmo platform itself. I'm gonna leave the link for it in the description. I have 11 questions right now in my test. It's almost the same test that I did for the Llama 90B vision model from Meta. CAPTCHA, OCR, coding, math, and also detecting and counting, translation, memes, and talking to an image like a receipt. And another two questions that I wanted to add is violation of traffic and also telling time, because I found out that some of the model right now, vision model especially, can't tell the time correctly. For the first question, it's a simple CAPTCHA, but it got it correct. It's YR890 and got me the correct answer. For the second question that I have is a OCR, and it also passed this question correctly, but at the start of answering this question, it didn't give me a text directly. I had to ask for it, but it's both of them are correct. It went into detail and explaining what inside this image before even giving me the text. For these questions, we're testing the ability of coding and turning this kind of UI design to a simple HTML page and use CSS and JavaScript. But It's failed before even ending the code itself. I mean, like it started to create some sort of style before creating the HTML itself, and it didn't continue. So this is a fail for the model. This equation can be solved in two different ways and also give you a two different results. By the way, before I show you the results, in the Llama 3.2 test, we got both of the ways or method of solving correct. It should result the first one 1 and the second one should result 9. But as you can see here, it didn't do that, so it's kind of fail. Now for the sensor part, it seems this model is not heavily censored like the Llama 3.2 90B model, because when I asked it who is this actor, it couldn't give me an answer. It just here it just told me this Keanu Reeves is known for The Matrix and John Wick is, and it described his kind of style, and this is very cool. This question actually is detection and counting in the same time. I give it a simple image of bunch of animals. Should be resulting three dogs, one rabbit, one green parrot, and one cat. But like the Llama 3.2, it also failed on detecting the last dog, which is over here. I think the models right now doesn't like Chihuahua. His reputation is kind of bad. But I kind of doubled down on told it, are there any more animals? And no, it picture show only five animals. Here we have six. Here another simple questions. I wanted to translate this word from Japanese text to English, and it completely failed. Somehow it resulted, I love the person, even it's just saying hello or good morning. This is the important questions that I have on my test. It's talking to a receipt over here. I give it a simple receipt for grocery and I ask it a few questions. What's the total order of this receipt? It should give us $100, and this is correct. The second one was the lowest and the highest item in the receipt, and it got it also correct over here and here. This is the highest item, this is the lowest item. And I asked it a specific questions about a certain item, how much the breast, chicken breast or cost $12.80, and it got it correct also. But the results of this test is really decent because it explained to you everything when it answered it. For this question, we're going to test the traffic violation in this image. We have here on the left side, I think this car is going in the wrong direction, and right side, it say no entry, so there is of course 100% traffic violation. So let's ask it. So I ask it this identifying and report if there is any traffic violation. And to be honest, the explanation of it is really good. As you can see here, the presence of no entry signs on both lines indicate that there is one way bridge on a road. Driving in the opposite direction of these signs is not only illegal but also extremely dangerous. And it tell you it's important not to follow traffic rules and road signs. It's crucial for maintaining the safety of the roads. Really good so far. To be fair to the Llama 3.2, I actually went back and asked it the same questions about the traffic violation image. The 11B, it seems it's like handicapped or something because it couldn't give me this answer. I apologize, but as a model, I am not capable of observing or reporting traffic violation in real time. However, I can provide you general information. It listed all this violation. And the 90B, it did a better job. Okay, as you can see here, there is a traffic violation in the image. The silver car is driving the wrong line, as Molmo said also, and indicated by no entry sign above. The car should be in the lane, on the lane on the left side of the image, which has closed sign above it. But it appears to be entering from the wrong direction. And once again, it told me this is a potential safety hazard and could cause confusion or accidents. Both of them are not that good as Molmo in detecting the traffic violation. I actually found out that some of the open source model that we have right now doesn't have the ability to detect and tell time from an image. I tested out Molmo and it seems it's very good. It's almost 6, as you can see here. If I show you the image, as you can see here, it's almost 6, and it got it correct. Compared to the Llama, 11B vision model. I got it wrong. As you can see here, the time in the watch, 3. I don't know how this is 3. And I also asked the 90B and I got it also wrong. And if I'm correct, the demo is using the Molmo 7BD model, which is trained based on the Quint 2 7B, and it used the Open AI clip. Molmo is really good as an open source model. I don't think it's heavily censored. It's not handicapped. And the use of the OpenAI clip vet is really good. And here we have the final result comparing between the Molmo 7BD and the Llama 3.2 90B. I know the 90B is much greater and bigger model, but it seems that this is not the key point over here. What if you wanted to use this model as an API for your project? I found it on Replicate. I found the 7BD model, the model that we just used. And as you know, Replicate is really nice in terms of pricing. And I also found it on the AIML API. And it seems like it's a very cheap model. It also provides the 7B model that we just tested. Before we end this video, I really want you guys to go and test this model. Testing it, it's very easy. You don't have to download it or anything. It's on the Molmo platform itself. And let me know if you think this model is great or not. For me, as a 7B model that's performing like this, it's an amazing model. It's a really amazing model. The only lacking part, which I think could be solved in a future version, is its capability in math and translation. As you can see, it failed, but in total experience, I think it's a very, very, very good open source model. And that's it for this video, guys. If you found this video respecting your time and providing valuable information, please leave a like and a silly comment for the algorithm. And don't forget to subscribe and do all this YouTube stuff. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video.